have to be willing to embrace change. You can't be fearful of it, you can't run away from it, you can't hide from it. It's going to happen, and you need, if you're going to survive and thrive, you've got to embrace it.
You can no longer assume that people are coming to you. You have to go out and get them.
You can't just say this stuff that's out on social media that's getting retweeted and shared all over the place doesn't exist. You have to acknowledge it.
News organizations have to be prepared that their homepages are less important. People are using Facebook as a homepage, they're using Twitter as their own homepage. Those news streams are their portals into the world of information.
You have to think about, like, are people going to read this story on Twitter? Are they going to read it on Facebook? Are they going to read it on mobile? All of those things are just have to be part of the thought process.
You're on your phone, you don't have a heck of a lot of time to consume content on that device. Most of the really amazing journalism that's done is done at places like the Journal and at the Times. But if you look at a lot of the articles that are traditionally written, they just take what's in a newspaper on the web and then shove it into a mobile device. You have to really figure out what's different here. What makes this not like a web page? What makes this not like an iPad?
If we do a 2,000-word story, and if somebody is only going to consume it on an iPhone, that we have to think of very different ways to engage them. And I think that is where there's a little bit of a disconnect between newsrooms who are so focused on the journalism only without worrying about the experience.
It kind of takes a culture change and a shift in the newsroom. How do I take this story that's printed in the paper, on the website, and make it really useful for someone who's on their phone? I think the newsroom itself has to take that information and synthesize it in a different way and produce it into a different format.
We get a lot of traffic from mobile. Everything we do, our CMS and our front-facing publishing system, is optimized for mobile.
Imagine half your readers, their only experience with your journalism is going to be on a 3 or a 7-inch device. And if we don't do smart, engaging presentation and packaging and rethinking our journalism a little bit for those platforms, we risk losing them to the likes of Circa or Flipboard or the others who are kind of focusing on user experience and engagement a lot more. We have great content, but that's not going to be enough to, I think, succeed in this business.
The world is awash with sources of information, some of them of questionable reliability. I still think that there is great value to thoughtful observation, thoughtful analysis, and good old-fashioned reporting.